G'day everyone, it's Dr. Joss here again, just sitting in my office at work. Thought I'd post another video while I have a few minutes spare. I wanted to start talking about the coronavirus itself and answer the big question as to why is this such an issue? Why are we so worried about this virus itself? The main reason that it is causing such an issue across the world and now in Australia is to do with its infection rate. So the normal influenza virus has an infection rate of 1.2, and what we mean by that is every person who's infected will cause infections in another 1 to 2 people. With the coronavirus, the numbers seem to be sitting at about the 3 to 4. So for that means that for every person who's infected, they will infect about another 4 people. And when you graph that out, the numbers of infections just grow exponentially. And that's the main concern with this virus, that it spreads so rapidly and so quickly. And then if you look at the severity of the disease, about 80% of people have a mild case of the disease. Some of those have no symptoms at all. And then the remaining 20% will have a more severe form of the disease, possibly requiring hospitalization. And about 6% of people will require ICU support or ventilator support to survive the infection, which is quite scary, especially when we're talking about such huge numbers, such quick spread. So the goal from the medical community and the government, and now everywhere across the world, has been to try and slow the spread of the infection. And you would have heard that term, flatten the curve. And that's what we're talking about in that particular term, is about the curve of the infection rate. So you see lots of graphs where it's going up really high. We want to try and spread that out so it's just peaking very slowly over a longer period of time. And what we're really talking about here is 6 months, maybe even close to 12 months, where we want it to slow the spread of that infection over that time, rather than what happened in China and Italy, where it took a matter of weeks to maybe a month to get to the peak of their infection. And in both cases, their healthcare systems were completely overwhelmed, and people unfortunately were unable to be treated, and there were sort of nasty outcomes because of that. And that's what we're trying to avoid.